What's going on, Star Citizens? Today we're going to talk about how your Retaliator is finally flyable and what that means for you. Let's get into it. So here we are at Microtech, hopping off the train, making our way to the Commons. This is the one place that you can buy Retaliator modules. In game, there are two options. You can buy yourself the Torpedo module and the Cargo module. I hold to what I've said before on this channel, which is the best way to do bounty hunting right now and to use size 9 torpedoes together at the same time is to load them up, go on a ERT, kill all 4 ships, loot their cargo, drop it into your ship, and go sell the illicit cargo somewhere that is going to make you a lot of money. So now we're looking for the right shot. We're looking for Omega Pro. Sorry, I took a wrong turn here. Omega Pro. Here's Omega Pro. We're gonna walk inside. All right, so a couple of things. If you're wanting to start off a patch fresh, you're probably gonna wanna buy the modules. For me personally, you get a Gladiator, just earn the money when there's a refresh doing the lower end bounties. You get the Gladiator loaner for free anyway. Use it, get all the way up to ERTs, then use that money to come in here to Omega Pro and buy the 2 modules. I think that that's a better way for you to go about doing it. So we're just gonna go in here, type in module. And we've got all these different, I guess they also have the scrapper modules, but we have all these different modules here. So what you're going to want to do is come in and buy however you want it. My recommendation is to buy a front torpedo module because of the angle of that, of like the actual glass in that room. You can fit 4 torpedoes on a front torpedo module. So we're gonna go ahead and buy that. Delivery destination. And then we're gonna come on, and I don't want the rear torpedo module. Instead, I want the rear cargo module. And go ahead and buy that. Now, that's not the only thing we want to buy here on Microtech. We actually want to come back over, jog across the intersection over here, come all the way over to Center Mats. Now, honestly, it's hard to like pick what works best at any specific for a video that other people might watch in different patches. The effectiveness of torpedoes seems to be changing all of the time. But the big thing is that you're just going to want to buy 4 torpedoes to go into the torpedo module. I think the Argos is a cross-section one. I'm not sure why that's a little bit more. The Typhoon is infrared, and the electromagnetic on the Seeker. For a while, the electromagnetics were working the best. I think the cross-sections are currently working the best. But I'm just gonna buy all 4 of each, because if I'm having problems with one, then I'm gonna come back and try it out with the other ones. So there you go. And then we're gonna buy 4 of the Typhoon. I'm personally leaning towards trying the cross sections. They were working the best last patch, or 0.1 patch. So we're gonna try that out. Hopefully they work the best here too. Okay, we had to work through a glitch there where it was trying to get me to claim my Retaliator, but I just called in a new Mustang Alpha. Now we're gonna store the Alpha and then come back in, man. The work that you gotta go through this patch is rough, but you can do it. You can get there. Okay, we're gonna go to Retaliator. We're gonna go to modules. Front module is going to give us Retaliator front module, save, change, and equip. Just mess around too much with it. We go for the rear cargo module. We're going to save, change, and equip. We're going to come back and slot in all of our torpedoes. Now, you can rip off all these turrets if you want. They stay powered off initially, so it's not so much of a problem for your EM. Just know that you can take them off if you want to. It's especially useful if you're wanting to use Panthers for like a different ship. Then it can be useful that way. I'm not sure why it's only letting me load Argos torpedoes. So that's a thing. Did I like not buy the other ones? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did, but hey, you can rewatch the footage. 3 attempts, 2 server crashes and massive glitch that wouldn't spawn the ship later. Let's see if we can actually get it to work this time. Now we're gonna head upstairs. Medium hangar. Medium hangar. There we go. Let's see if we can pull a bounty. Loot and shoot. All right. It does look so beautiful, man. I just really, there's so many dislikes when I made the original video complaining about how they broke this ship, but it really is like, I want it to work. Like, I want this to be a thing that I can recommend to people that they can go out and do and use. Because I feel like as a gunship, it's pretty good for team play. If you have a few buddies who want to play and you just want to go out and shoot some stuff, it's super durable. So even though the captain or the pilot can't shoot anything other than torpedoes, it's still a good experience. All right, these are good. We have the torpedo release hooks. And it looks like the module is installed. Pretty cool. All 4 torpedoes locked and loaded. I could not really swap which ones they were. I can haul them up as cargo, but I don't have something that can swap those out. Let's see if the ground spawns in as soon as they come in there. Okay, cool. Now we're good. All right, now not so much. Oh no. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, there we go. All right, has like little ramps. So not great cargo space and not optimized in terms of where you can put these. Still pretty glitched out generally. I don't really grade things on the glitches because they're kind of one-offs. That's in the wrong place. So I'm going to say that just straight up. Like, this needs to not be right there. It needs to be on this side so that when I'm in the middle, I can do it. Although I guess if you had some cargo here, then maybe you couldn't reach it as easily. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Okay, we'll put that back up. Everything else looks to be basically the same, so quite happy. Let's pull a contract and see what we get. She does look sleek and sexy as ever. All those turrets being set at different pitches is kind of weird to me. Nice flight ready button. Question is this actually open? No, it's not.
You are clear to launch.
It says we're clear to launch, but reality tells me otherwise. And they're like, well, the missile launched. Alright, we are on Seraphim Station because we had to explode ourselves in order to get this far. And I pulled a contract. It's on Daymar, which kind of sucks, but will illustrate one of the problems with being in a Retaliator generally. We're just gonna give this our best shot. It was giving me problems to swap out torpedoes, so unless I was gonna manually reload them, which I don't even know how you'd move them through the ship to do that. So I don't think there's work that needs to be done here in order for this ship to be more flyable than it is now. So as soon as we start getting a radar ping, we'll slow it down. Okay. Down in the upper right hand corners. And my head tracking is off. Okay, there we go. That's the solution. Fire away. See how fast it's going, but I can't see how far it is. Yeah, there's a lot of things that need to be changed with missiles. Like I need to be able to know like what the heading of that missile is, how far it is. Slow away. Giving me distance readouts. That missile is not acting like it had a lock at all, not remotely. It's possible that Toby's just being persnickety for me. Oh, he got too close. Gonna push past. I'll just swing around and get a lock on that way. Only move it like 360, so its velocity is relatively slow. We're just gonna flip around. Just trying to see what happens here. It looks like that has solid lock. All right. Bounty target completed. Good solution. Move in, see if that hits the target. We're out of missiles. And I'm dead. Alright, well the good news is that your Retaliator is now usable, though the usability is somewhat limited by whether or not the bounties work. This is one of the glitchiest patches I've seen, so it's hard to give like a full verdict. But what I will say is the Retaliator is usable again. You should be able to get into it and do some bounty hunting and some light cargo pulling. You could also just do 6 torpedoes if you're just wanting to bring a whole bunch of stuff with you. Well, that wraps that up. I wish I could say something more about this patch and be able to be a little bit more definitive in my statements. Unfortunately, a lot of the glitches make that difficult. And I'm multiple hours into filming this very short clip. And I'm just kind of done because I got other stuff to do in my life. And this is not my day job. So I will say, go into it with that caveat. But the Retaliator is usable again, and more importantly, you're still getting the Gladiator as loaner, so I still think it's actually back on my list as one of the best values in the game. That's all going to shake out a little bit, I feel like, with an upcoming reset patch, and I'll hope to do a big review on pledges. And again, for those of you who are going to rant down in the comments, feel free to do so, but remember that I am reviewing these in terms of pledge value, okay? In terms of in-game value, I feel like that's less meaningful or important to me. There's a lot of other content creators who cover that. Instead, I appreciate covering, hey, if you're a working stiff and you got limited time to play a game and you just want to have the most fun while playing that game and you're willing to spend a little bit of money, then you're going to want to get some Gladiator NXT Evos. Having joysticks makes a huge difference. It takes a little bit of time to get them set up, but once they're working, you're off to the races and it's a much more enjoyable experience, as an example. Ships are the same as your peripherals and equipment. They impact how much fun you're able to have. As of this exact moment, do I think the Retaliator is worth the stress? Honestly, no. Torpedoes look like they got a little bit of a boost, but they still struggle. The ship itself flies weird, and so when you clip into an asteroid, you're just screwed. The cargo module is really tricky to get in and out of, and to store cargo in, kind of a bummer. How cargo works generally, kind of a bummer. So I think that there's a lot of things all rolled up into this analysis, but I would say it's back on the list. It is a playable ship again, and it's one that I can recommend if it's something that you're into. I will also say, for me right now, I think the Constellation Taurus is the best all-around bang for the buck. I think the integrated tractor beams that come in the lower turret make it a clear buy. And if that's not so much what you're into, the Freelancer plus Arrow combo is the next best option for the current state of the game. We will see how that all shakes out over the next few months and years, if we're being honest. But as of right now, I think those are probably the best bang for the buck investments. The Retaliator base coming with the Gladiator, using your Gladiator, earn your way up through the bounty structure, taking the money that you got through that to buy the modules, and then to take it out and do ERTs and loot cargo, or to just get the money from ERTs. I mean, you can just hit that one target with a torpedo and then run and gun the next one down. That's a great way to make money if you only are playing in 30-minute bursts and you just want to earn some money to get your next ship so you can go out and use your Vulture to whole scrub, do Power Wash Simulator. That's awesome. Then go do that, and it's a great ship to get you there. So that's going to be the wrap on this one. Let me know what you guys all think in the comments. I know you will. And I look forward to continuing to improve the content from episode to episode. And I'll see you on the flippity flop. Bye for now.